That looks okay. How's it sound? 2 minutes in, let's get started with today's Saturday stream. Yay! Welcome to Ken's Saturday stream. I'm just looking because it always goes out of focus around now. But I can only tell if I'm looking there, but it seems in it. Anyway, who knows? It will in a second. It's interesting in my background. It finds my back. I think it thinks these are eyeballs right there. Pretty sure. Because they kind of are, the Twitch eyes and my sign. Hey, so what's going to happen today? I don't know. I don't care. It's just going to be like every other stream. I have uninstalled the problematic aircraft carrier content. By the way, it still crashed when I quit to the main menu yesterday after I uninstalled it. So it wasn't that. Anyway, but I still have a lot of content, so it still takes a while to load up this thing. But today shall be pretty much a regular stream. In that we're going to pick a plane and a place and we're going to fly around. But for the music part of the stream, I'm really thinking to squeeze in. I just feel like playing more Christmas music today. Again, the more rehearsals. It's today and Wednesday are the rehearsals because Sunday and Monday are the actual performances, by which I mean I will be just doing a streaming from here for several hours just without my microphone and playing tunes on the piano. But Christmas favorites on the piano repeatedly, probably because I only have an hour's worth of material. But that's okay. Maybe I'll try to stretch it out. Be just super mellow. And then what I'm going to do is take breaks every hour, and I'm going to play back this pre-recorded material that I'm making these last two sessions, right, or in the previous one, hopefully. Long story short, we're going to do more Christmas music today and Wednesday for the second half of those broadcasts. But for today, I just think we'll just do a regular old one. I was looking earlier at the store to see if I wanted to buy anything, but I just bought a bunch of stuff. So no buying. So you can see here on the map, yeah, no air. These are aircraft carriers, but those are not from the aircraft carrier pack, but from the stuff associated with the V-22 Osprey, I believe. Interestingly, I wonder if those two things maybe shouldn't be in at the same time. I don't know. I don't care. Let's see. Where would be fun to fly around? Yeah, we could really. This is real time. This is what I looked at the weather report today, and this is what's coming to the West Coast here. Beautiful day today, and it's gonna rain, and then more rain from here. It's gonna rain. This is kind of the warmer range, and then that's gonna push down, and this is coming in behind it. This is the cold rain. So it's kind of cool how you can see that warm rain, cold rain. But it's California, and it's going to rain for like the whole week. You can really see it lined up there. I mean, the whole West Coast, pretty much. So yeah. But today it's nice. Maybe just Los Angeles. It's a lot of people don't. I used to live in the Los Angeles area, but not that many people might be viewing. Are familiar with a lot of what they got from Van Nuys. And again, my favorite thing to do is just to do a tour of the area. I really want to do this flying boat thing though sometime, but I don't know if I feel like doing that today. That would really be fun. And I wanted to, and let's fly this Spirit Bomber around because it's new. I've only tried it a few times. You got these wild, crazy, it definitely never looked like that liveries. There'd be no point in painting a stealth plane in bright colors. You know what I'm saying? Probably would not see this at a typical airport. This situation that we're going to be running into here. So yeah, it'll be like about an hour stream. We're going to fly around for about half an hour. And then for about maybe 40 minutes, we're going to do a Christmas music rehearsal that I'm going to, be uploaded to the YouTubes. And then I'll be getting on with our Saturday and the similar thing tomorrow. I haven't talked to Mistress Mort about when we're going to do our part 2 of our E-date, in which I will fly her around the Tokyo area. But I did confirm that I can do, at least off stream, I can definitely fly that area with no major hiccups, and it looks really cool too. I mean, you definitely get Tokyo she wants to see. I can show her Tokyo. It'll be fun. But we got to figure out when to do that. I wonder where this is. This ruins. It's probably in Europe somewhere. It's always nighttime when I'm in Europe when I'm flying. Of course, I can always change the time. And what else is going on? I'm not planning on doing anything special to upgrade my stream or anything like that in the near future. It's just going to be like this for a while. But I feel like every time I do it, I get a few things right. What's our audio level here? Let's see. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah. Let's put it at about 9. There you go. So you can hear it, but you can hear my voice over it. Now, what is this airplane here? Let's take a good look at it. Wow. Yeah, so it's a stealth plane, so they are all painted black in the real world. This is based on the Spirit B-2 bomber, of course. But for Microsoft Flight Simulator, there's no combat anyway, so, there's no radar evasion. There used to be a lot of great Flight Simulator games that had a lot, radar evasion, fire and heat-seeking missiles, and I just think those, you don't see, there are a few around, but they're not that realistic. I guess there's some around. They're just not my favorite things. I just like the flying part anyway, the technical aspect. So, yeah, this is an interesting looking interior too. I've only started this plane one time before, so this will be the second time. So we're going to have to get ourselves, okay, it's up there. Okay, these are the MFDs. We got to find our master batteries. The aerial refueling. I wonder if that, I don't think that works. Throttles, 4 throttles. Pitch ADI reference. We'll have to turn those on, but I think we have to turn the battery on first, right? Stealth mode. Oh, I think that does something. What's here? Okay. We don't need external power. We got the battery. We're going to turn our engine generators on. I don't think we need those. I don't think we need those. What's this thing? Anything? No. Stealth mode. I forgot what. I wonder if there's a documentation for it somewhere. Those don't do anything. Speed brakes. I don't think you can actually modify the speed brakes. They're automatic on this particular model. Okay, gear, auto braking system, sure, taxi lights on, lane lights off. Okay, engines are not currently running, which is fine because we haven't started them. What are these here? Pack switch. I don't know if these need to be on before or not. I think we're okay. All right, let's try starting the engines. Let's see. Oh, there's 2 APUs. So let's start those first. Fuel system. Okay, are these all on? We want all these to be on that can turn on. I don't think that turns. And now, okay, any of these need to be on? No, I think we can start engine 1. Start engine 1. Wait, start, is it start? Let's find out. Engine 1. It is doing something. Because I see this number is changing. 21, 24, 25, the TBT, something temperature. And it isn't now 1, meaning start. I see that N1 is 1, meaning I believe it is started. All right, so we started engine 1. Coming up to speed. Let's give a little more thrust there. Engine 1, 5%, 6%. Okay, good. Meanwhile, we can actually I think we can simultaneously start some of the other engines here. And this, start engine 2. Start engine 3. I think we can start all of them. Normally you wouldn't, but we save a little time. Oops. Okay. So we'll look at this engine management system display. Yeah, all these numbers are changing here for all 3 engines. So I expect them to, it'll come online or start showing N1 shortly. There we go. And you can see the temperature, oil pressure, blah, 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 various engine things. Yeah, this all looks good. So there's that, fuel, nice, ECS, and the map. Okay, pretty basic, straightforward, I like it. You don't need these. And what we've noticed is that all of our engines are coming up to speed. So at this point, we do not need to run the APUs. So we're going to turn both of them to off. APU off. There's 2 of them. We don't need either one. And it's really an interesting experience. This is obviously not a very maneuverable plane. It doesn't need to be. It's not designed to dogfight anyone. It's cool that it has those flaps at the top of the engine. Those are auxiliary intakes. Help feed the jets at startup and low altitude. They automatically close. All right, we're gonna head south. Let's see if it'll let us do that.
Van Nuys ground KNSH 9er with Mike request taxi for takeoff south departure.
Okay. Kench 9er. I just changed that, so I think it's somebody had reset to the standard one from it was KJ Shap or something before, whatever. Now it's Kench 9er.
Runway tree 4 left using taxiway Alpha Tree Alpha Romeo Kench 9er.
I mean, it's kind of like neener. Okay, which way does it want us to go? To the right there. Like this. This will go to the right. All right, parking brakes. Where would you be if you were parking brakes? We don't need to push back. We'll just turn. Okay, yes, excellent. This plane both moves and turns, which means we will have successful simulation, in my opinion. Sometimes it starts up and everything's good and it just won't move or turn. Again, we're not concerned about intersecting moving objects. Hey, one of the other reasons I did not like that carrier mod that I had for the last 5 days, or 6 or whatever, is because it makes you turn off crash detection, which means you can run into buildings. And the reason why is because on the carrier itself, it has an interior deck that you need to be able to put your plane in. So I get that it makes you turn off crash detection, but it's global, so it means you can't run into buildings. And I like being able to run into buildings. When I run into a building, the game is over. So it gives you an incentive, and that is true of me, clipping these buildings on the left side, etc. Now, I don't have to worry about ground traffic that could move potentially. It will not run to that, or other planes or people. But buildings you can run into. And so I turned crash detection back on because I removed the I uninstalled the aircraft carrier content which required it. All right, we're gonna taxi. Let's give us a little more speed down there. This plane also does not have a normal flaps system where you would set the flaps for takeoff or landing. It kind of automatically senses the aerodynamic regime you're in and puts flaps down, I think. At least that's what it does. It's been doing so far. And we have to take off to the south, and it's going to have us go all the way to the south and take off to the north. Again, that's normal. It's because it's having us take off into the wind. But the fact that it allows us to request a particular direction, and it's only going to give us one. Kind of silly. They could fix that. Just say, I want to take off. Tell me what direction you want me to take off in. Okay, almost at the end of the runway. Van Nuys Airport. It's pretty busy. Oh, really fine. It's a little framey. Alright. See here, we're pretty much ready to go in that direction there. Alright. So yeah, you don't put, I'm just checking my trim. There's no thing. We're going to ask the tower to take off. Make sure there's no traffic coming in, which we're fine. Remember, we have live traffic, so potentially a plane could be coming in and it wouldn't let us take off. Oh, there is somebody coming in. Lovely. Let's see. How long are they going to be? Oh, there is somebody. That guy's coming in. Is it 1,200 feet? He's coming in. Is that a 747? Is that even coming towards us? There's N747CA. Oh, no, it's this coming in. No, that's going that way. Alright. This is live traffic. It's interesting. So these are actual planes flying around the Southern California area. There's this guy. I don't think Van Nuys handles 747s. There must be somebody coming in. Where's that? It still looks like there's it says a 747 coming in. Which is, maybe that's just the number. Yeah, it's not a 747. It's a little one. I don't know, it says N747, but that's the tail code. Oops, too much. Okay, 7CA, 747CA. Alright, give us a minute. That's it. And they'll clear us for takeoff. We're first. Thank you.
Cleared for takeoff runway 34 left, catch 9er.
There's a little gas to get us onto the thing here. Is there an R? Symbol for L, pretty for L. This is one runway. A little framey. Okay, that's the light up here. Okay. Let's give it full gas. There's all 4 engines to the firewall. It doesn't leap off the pad, but it's heavy. It's like an air, it's an airliner. Oh, I think we lost graphics. We did. That's not good. It's not coming back either. Although this does mainly happen around airports. So let's see if we get some altitude. Fix this how we usually do. So, yeah. Oof. Oof. Something bad going on. You can see that too, right? Yeah. It's visible in my OBS window. It's very visible. Let's get some real altitude, see if it resets. I don't think it will. As long as you don't change your angle, just let it move really slowly. Any kind of motion all. And there, it's losing its some kind of integrity. That's not good though. Yeah, see, it's still bad. Where? What'll I play while this game is broken? Blizzard report here, by the way. We do this. He's recording 66 frames. but down to they're not the right frames. Oh well. RIP Microsoft Flight Simulator. There must be some settings I can at least temporarily turn down on my graphics card, which will allow me to continue to play the game, but I'm going to have to do some research to discover what they are and play with it, because this doesn't happen every time. See, I wanted to have this thing with Mistress Mord, but I already have quite a bit of stuff turned down. All right, well, let's see what we can do. What are we going to at least try? What should we try here? I mean, I have almost everything turned all the way up for graphics. But my monitor is a 1440 by what a 2900, whatever. It's more high resolution, but I only have a 1080. I don't think the super resolution is the issue, but it could be graphics card related. So I could try turning off DLSS, but that's really going to make a hit to the visuals. Frame generation. I mean, all these things seem to work, just not all, just occasionally they mess up. I don't know if turning things down. Let's turn down objects level of detail to 150. And it's not filling up my memory. If you're curious about that, if I click on my GPU here, you can see it's used 7.8 out of 12 gigabytes memory, and main memory, half of my main memory. It's definitely not running out of memory, or really stressing anything in a way that Task Manager would see. But let's turn things down a bit. Okay, what do we have here? 16 off. Let's turn this to 8. 8x8 super sampling. Let's try 6x6. Shadow maps, turn one level down. Is that, yeah, that's the highest. We're going to turn those one level down. Contact shadows. Ultra, high, ultra. I like my windshield effects, but we're going to turn them to high. Ambient occlusion. That is a really important one. Q map reflections. Boy, they're really vague about what specifically it's going to mess up on you. Ray marched reflections. What are ray marched reflections? I know what computer graphics are. I never heard of ray marched. Light shafts, those got to stay on. Bloom. Do we need bloom? No. Depth of field. You really need motion blur for this, but we already had it just on high. Lens distortion correction. I don't really need lens. You know what? We don't really need lens flare. I don't know how it doesn't tell you how heavyweight some of these things are. Glass cockpit refresh rate medium. So that was already turned down from high to medium. So these are not the highest settings you can have by any means, but they're pretty high. But this is a pretty high-end computer. So if I resume, any difference? There is a difference. Also, I wonder if just going and resetting any of the options. Okay, so we're you can see now how smooth it is. As I'm getting out. I'm still only getting about 65 frames per second. Oh, I think I reset the volume. We're going to go head back south to LA now that we have a working system. Oh, yay! But I forgot that you can adjust the graphics systems while in game, and I think it might reset the graphics adapter. Even if you just make a simple change. Okay, this is where we took off from, right south of us. There. I went up to a high altitude to see if I could fix that graphics problem, but that wasn't it. But changing the settings, I think I just changed them a little bit, did fix it, because now it's quite smooth. What am I getting, 68 frames? It's not really helping the fact that it's not, I'm getting 0 fan speed on my graphics controller because it's loafing. I mean, it looks fine, but okay, so let's get down. Let's burn off some altitude. Are there speed brakes that you can actually activate? I think there aren't. Cargo door. How do we want to open that? I don't know what stealth mode really does. But going at certain speeds, you can see those flaps on top of the engines did close. This is really cool how all that shit looks, though. That's kind of like the forward view. That's actually, I believe, the co-pilot view. Oh, this is a view from the wing looking back, which is pretty cool. And from the other wing, the right wing looking back. But you can't move the stick. What is that thing? Is that the camera? So we're losing some altitude. And we'll do some canyon carving in this plane, which is not very maneuverable. So I mentioned I turned, this is San Fernando Valley, that's San Fernando. I turned crash detection back on, meaning now if I run into a building, unlike when I had the carrier stuff installed, it will end the game. And I've recently turned these tags on so you can see the real-time traffic easier, because otherwise they'd be little dots a lot of the time. And that's why there's a lot of tags clustered over the very busy airport. That's Burbank over there. We're going to head down to downtown Los Angeles, which I'm feeling nostalgic for because I just watched The Big Lebowski again. It's leaving Netflix or whatever. So it's your last chance to see that one again for a while. Or who knows? Maybe we should probably go to another service. What's our altitude? 3,000. Alright, we gotta leave this up. Wow, I'm really glad I was able to manually or magically come up with a way to fix that issue with the graphics. They look terrible. It was fine until we got up right into the air. There's a great model of the Griffith Observatory. Right, is this the Hollywood sign here? One of the two. And one of those is over there. Definitely a pretty day in Los Angeles. It's going to be raining tomorrow. Or Monday. Possibly. That's, shit, what's that called? Yeah, this is Griffith Observatory right here. Which sits right above Hollywood. That's, anyway. That's kind of where the freeway goes over. And we're going to do this little thing here. Check it out. That I like to do occasionally. We're doing tours. Because, you know, on a fast plane like this, you're not going to see it. Let me Make sure we're not really just going to run into it. So pause is called active pause because you can still move the simulation around, but you know, aerodynamically nothing is moving. All the planes stopped. That is the model of Griffith Observatory, which I used to go to a lot when I was a kid. It's quite detailed. I didn't appreciate how cool that place was. You know, I just thought it's kind of small. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like Disneyland. It's got a theater where the Zeus observatory giant things, which are amazing, and then a couple of telescopes and Foucault's pendulum, which I also didn't appreciate as a kid, but until I was an older kid. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. That's a little better. We are real low over that bad boy. I suggest we pull up. You can see that there's a obelisk kind of thing. It's got a nice entryway, and this has been immortalized in the GTA 5 video game. By the way, there's several adventure sequences that take place on and around their model of the Griffith Observatory. So it's familiar to some people. That's general design with those three domes and the cupola and the copper. Anyway, it's pretty cool. All right, as we want. We'll head towards the U.S. Bank Tower. Again, if you really tried, if you were in a stealth bomber and you flew this low, people would be calling the cops. And the FAA. You get in trouble. That's like West LA down there. And this is the nice part. Oh, that's that lake, that really nice lake. What's it called? Something Lake. Shit. Oh no, there's a couple of them. I was thinking this one. People who live around these little lakes and get a lake view are the luckiest people in Los Angeles. I think that, and this is like really close to downtown. Like these guys here, very expensive houses. These are mansions. Not that you need to be close downtown, but they're just in a very could be expensive area over that way. All right, so like down here, you're gonna see the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. That's where all the musicals are. Right ahead here to the left, let me point out, down there is the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. You used to go to theaters there, and we're gonna die now. This is the Los Angeles City Hall right there, building. Very old, been in lots of movies, lots of old TV shows. All right, let's try not to die much. And again, as I always like to point out, the scenic Los Angeles River. Now, if your house has a view of the Los Angeles River, that's not such a valuable house to be living in. Trust me. I mean, it was a river at one point, but they decided that it was not going to stay in one place very long because of the flatness of the terrain, and it was going to flood a lot. So they dig it out and concreted it, and it's a permanent storm ditch now. But it used to be the Los Angeles River. All right, let's go here, and then we're going to head to the left. Just to the west. We'll make one overpass through the downtown area, and then we're going to make a left turn and head to West LA, past my alma mater, University of California, Los Angeles. Jeez, look how close we are. That shadow is humongous. We're screwed. We're gonna die. We're not. We could drop a bomb on LA if we had one. That's for sure. Look, it's the U.S. Bank Tower. I'm really not trying to get any kind of altitude. because I want to stay low. This is called, I believe, is this the Wilshire Quarter here? Or is this Santa Monica? I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, there's just a street coming out of downtown LA towards West LA. Yeah, okay, this is it. The Wilshire Quarter. Very famous. Lots of fancy businesses, restaurants. It's actually there. I'm not flying over it, flying real near it though. It's here. And then up this way is Hollywood. And the Hollywood sign is visible there. That's the Hollywood sign back there, kind of behind it. We're not going to check it out. I've been there a million times. We're going to head up Wilshire to West Los Angeles. Westwood, and the home of the University of California at Los Angeles. I will wave at my former schoolmates. Well, my former school buildings, at least. Not mates. They're not there anymore. A lot of famous talent agencies and have their headquarters in buildings along this street here. A lot of them. There's more than you think. And that's Century City with a very famous pair of triangular section buildings that are facing each other. A really cool design, especially when you're actually there. From the skies, you can't really tell, but it's cute. Century City. Then you go up the hill a little bit. Now, this is some high-end property. Can't imagine how much this golf course is the famous golf course in Los Angeles that the rich people go to, I believe. Oh, should we check out the Getty? I don't think I was there. I've never been there when this was built. It's pretty recent. And this is a hilly area where if you have a view, oof, sky's the limit. All right, it's starting to think that even if I run into that problem again, I know how to fix it. So I'm having renewed confidence, with producing flight simulator content on a daily basis. Even though this is definitely a somewhat buggy version. Engine bleed off. What does that mean? Do I need to bleed my external engines bleeding? Do I want them to bleed? Anyway, yeah, there's that famous building. I used to drive this freeway all the time. There's the Getty Museum. It's a massive artifice. I've never been there. It's recent. It looks cool. Look at that fountain kind of thingy there. All right, and this is the hills above West LA. Fancy people live here. Fancy. Pacific Palisades is kind of this way. We're gonna head to UCLA. Where the hell is UCLA though? Engine bleed. Where do I turn engine bleed on? I want to stop them. Okay. It's on this side of the freeway. UCLA is. Is this part of it? No. Here's the freeway. Yeah, it's right dead ahead. Welcome to the campus of the University of California at Los Angeles, where I spent my formative college years, 4 years, actually 4.5. Right around here. All right. So let's see. Man, what a maze. I think that's engineering. And computer sciences, I think I hang around this area a lot. And that area up there is kind of life sciences and the humanities, that direction. So that's where the hot chicks were hanging out, that direction up there. Can't see them from the site, but they're there. That's the world famous parking garage I spent a lot of time in. These buildings are new since I was there. That one right below us. Never saw that in my life. Yeah, I take it back. This is the hospital. These are the engineering buildings up there, right here. And then there's the North Campus. Right in the middle there is kind of the student area. And you see there's a building with 2 towers right there. That's the quad. I don't think we'll be able to get there. We need to get a helicopter. Quad's right there. Yeah, UCLA. It was a good school. It was a good place to hang out. You know, I got a very valuable education there. What is that up there? You know what I mean? It was a good I didn't spend a lot of money because back then, it was free basically, except for fees. There was no tuition. There was just registration fees, which was $900 a year. And is somebody smoking up the atmosphere over there? I mean, somebody running a plane that has smoke? Because I think I might have real traffic. I thought I turned it off, actually. Let's find out. I love that moon, too. This thing here, right? Live weather. Does that tell me whether I have real-time traffic turned on? It doesn't. All right. Well, it's that time of day when we're going to land our aeroplano. There's the downtown LA. We're just going to head to we're just going to put her down at the old Los Angeles Airporto. And they're not going to have two says in the matter because I'm not going to ask them. And I'm a stealth airplane. You know what I mean? What do they care? They're not even going to know. And that is the runway right there. We're going to land on it. It's beckoning us. Alright, so we don't need those. Probably if we asked, they'd say, no, there's traffic. Gear out. Make a turn. Alright, steep turn, sharp turn from the runway. Watch speed, you don't want to go too low. We're going to run this one, whatever, 23 left or whatever. The L. Okay, we got a good stable speed. This is what it looks like from here. Looks good. See if we can get our a little more on. Oh, low. Gears down. Again, we don't have to manage flaps. They manage themselves. And I believe speed brakes are also automatic. Okay, this is, again, a great flight because I learned something, which is when that jittery shit comes in, I can go to my graphics settings and just change the tiniest thing, and I have a feeling it will reset it. I did reduce the level, and you're not going to really notice anything, I don't think, here. Okay. Nice, steady, half there. Another angle of attack. You do want to be careful. It's not like you can make any last minute moves in this thing. It's cool. The flaps are out, but you can't really tell. Always looks like, from this view, you always look, I'm too high, and here I look too low, and I'm too high. The other view is correct. This is what it looks like to come into LAX. Busy ass airport. They don't see too many B-2 stealth bombers. Spirits, excuse me. Alright, let's flare out. Okay, wait, not too fast. Oh, okay, let's turn the engines down then. He's going to float slowly onto the ground. Like that. Like, just kiss somebody. Brakes. Air brakes come out automatically, I believe. Right? There's no reversers. No thrust reversers. That's okay. The actual brakes and air brakes are auto. And we get no problem slowing down. I like that the landing lights come out automatically. Oh, see, it started happening again. Oh, well, this is good because I want to experiment with this. It seems to happen around airports. This is actually good. Okay, we're gonna do this. We don't want to run into anything because I don't want this to quit. We'll stop here. I note that when I turn, it's fucked up. Okay, all I want to do is if this happens, go to general options, say, go back. No. Right? General options. Just change the tiniest thing. Like change, even increase it. To apply and save. See? It did a reset. Now, eventually maybe I'll discover what the actual cause is. Like I'm missing a lens flare. Like when you look at the sun, it had this great lens flare effect. Let's turn that back on. I don't think that was the issues. But you can definitely see that it resets the graphics thing. Okay, see? When I go to the sun, it looks so much better. That flare, I'm sorry, I can't live without that. You know what I mean? And I shouldn't have to because I've always had it on. It's never had. I guarantee that's not the problem. But yeah, can't live without lens flare. Okay, good to remember. Looks terrible. Each of these graphics effects actually is minor, but really important to increase the realistic aspect here. By the way, it said bleed air off. I should have had these bleeds on. What's my caution? Oh, it doesn't want the isolator valves on. Okay. You can tell I'm shutting those valves, and then these warnings went off. God, and the caution went off. I mean, I'm looking at my engines. I probably did need to do bleed air on those. I don't know if it really affects the simulation, but this, I don't honestly bleed air. I don't know if I understand 100% what it is, so I don't want to try to explain it. You know what I mean? Sounding more intelligent than I am. But a lot of jet engine based planes have a bleed air system, whatever that means. Does this light thing have to be on? The crossover valve. That probably does need to be on, right? Yeah, it says, but that's green. Crossover valve open. Interesting. What the hell do I know? Anyway, off. Now we're going to turn off the engines. That's right here. That's easy enough. Stop. 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 Oh, we wanted to turn the these on though. Warning. We want to get those started actually, right? Well, we have the battery while the APU is starting. We're fine. Normally, you'd start the APU before you turn off the engines. Okay. What do we want here? Throttle of these 0. Okay, that's good to know. These don't do anything. Stealth mode doesn't do anything. Oh, cargo door. Yeah, we want to open the cargo door. It was around here, wasn't it? Battery switch, no. Oh, I didn't have the spoilers armed. Cargo door. Oh, there it goes. So they call it a cargo door, but that is your bomb bay door. The thing is, you know, this simulation does not have military aspects to it. No view here of the cargo area. But we can do this. Hold on. Check out the inside of the Congo. Oh yeah. Oh, there are. No, those are the racks. So you mount multiple munitions on those racks, I believe, and they spin. They turn to launch a single one. There's 2 of them, I think, something like that. Interesting. Wow, very detailed. That's for sure. All right. Let's turn this up, maybe off, and go on to the next phase of our amazing. What was this one? Parking brake. Landing lights off. I don't know. Parking brake is that button there. Okay, parking brake on. Good to know. All right. So we're going to turn off the battery and all the generators. We should be. I think there's probably an avionics master somewhere. But we're going to turn these off. Is one of these an avionics master? Beacon lights, strobe lights. Okay. Oh, the hatch crew. That's right. How you get in and out of this thing. There is a hatch in the bottom there. Oh, we're going to check this out too. This is really cool. Trust me on this. Uh-oh. It's not giving me. There can be controls on my drone camera, so that's not good. We can't do that. Okay, yeah, there's these steps here. Yeah, I think my drone camera's broken. All right, now it's better. Okay, right. So you can see these steps, and they lead into that's how you get in and out. Because there's no door, like a traditional door on the side of the plane to get in and out, or the top, or anywhere else. It's through this hatch. Let's see if we can go through it. I think we can. It'll be challenging. Oop. Yeah, through this mode here. Whoop. Yeah, it's going to be too tricky. You can't really. I don't have precise enough control here. Oh, yeah. So you go up through the hatch. And then there's the dudes. Cool. Alrighty. So we learned a few things, which is if that jittering shit happens, how to solve it. Although it's gonna happen, which is bad. That's the bad part. The good part, it doesn't require me to stop and reboot the 10-minute operation of rebooting. Oh, also, this crashes like a lot still right here. So if that bar just doesn't move anymore, that means it crashed. All right, we're gonna start setting up the music thing. Hold on. Christmas tunes. We need to keep rehearsing. Yay, Christmas tunes. Hey, oh, it didn't crash. It did not crash. Yay, Flight Simulator. That was fun. We won't fly the Spirit too long. Too much, too soon, though. All right, give me a couple minutes, and then it's going to be Christmas tunes rehearsal. Number, whatever, 4. And they got one more, and then I don't know. It'll be fine. I like playing these songs anyway, so. Alrighty. Thank you for sticking with me or joining me on the musical. Let me change my category here. Music. Give me 1 second here. Take a second here. Could take a second, but then we'll just switch to music. Could take a second or two. Oh, that's great. Love that sound. For the musical section, I'm going to be practicing this. I'm going to turn my microphone off. It makes clicky sounds that come through, but I don't mind it too much when I'm playing and singing. You guys can't. I don't hear. There's no playback from the speakers. So yeah. Welcome to. I'll probably be playing for about 30 minutes. So see if I can kind of get through this little thing and be recording this for the for posterity, etc. Thanks for coming. I had my mic off for that section, but this is because I'm closing up for the day. I had a lovely stream. Learned a lot. Learned some important facts of life, especially regarding Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I think I improved on a few songs in there. God knows I need some improvement. I mean, some of those are okay, but I have one more rehearsal, and then we'll play 3 hours of that straight through. I will be sick of it, but at least this time I will get the feeling that maybe a few people will turn on. I'm going to ask some of my friends to come in and tune me in on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve during the day to hear me play my live Christmas tunes. They're okay. So I'm trying to bring my game up a little bit by then. So I got another rehearsal Wednesday, and then the real thing is on Sunday and Monday. It'll be 2024. Can you believe it? So tomorrow will be more streaming, just regular Flight Simulator and probably guitar. But maybe I'll play in the recording studio tomorrow. I don't know. I gotta decide. Well, I never decide until the last minute anyway. Who knows? We'll see.